Hey, what's up guys? Brownie here coming to you with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be doing some PvP against some of the best teams on my server, and they're very, very strong. So they outpower me somewhere between like 80,000 to 100,000 power, and they're all P3 and above heroes, so it's crazy, crazy strong teams. And I'm just trying to prove, I guess, how much or just how bursty my team actually is, because I feel like it's one of the most bursty teams you can build in this game, at least from what I've seen. But we'll let these fights kind of speak for themselves. So we're gonna go through, do some fights against some of these teams, and we'll replay them. I'm also going to be pausing it at certain points and stuff to talk about what's going on. But our first team here has P3 Dionel, has a P4 Thorin, has a P3 Burial, a P3 Scarlita, and then to follow it up, a P3 Haywin. So very, very, very strong team. And they are on Arena Map 3, of course, one of the most popular maps, but people are starting to use map 4 a lot now. They have 80,000 more power than us, so we're 830,000. They have 910k. I like my positioning as it is. It's important to try and keep Parisa and Dionel close together so their shadows don't come out from the burial. Leica's pretty much guaranteed to get a shadow, and yeah, play this fight and see how we do. Okay, so looks like we did a ton of bursts there, and we won the fight already at 14-second mark. So, I mean, if that's not a lot of bursts, I don't know what is. And especially against a team that outpowers me by so much. Look, the Burial didn't even do any damage, neither did the Thorin. So if they're dying before they can even do stuff, let's watch this again at slow speed, and I'm going to pause here, because you'll notice that Olmus and Aaron both have the Burial Shadow, but since they're about to come together, that Burial Shadow is going to go away. Leica is just guaranteed to get one, and see how they went away. Now, Parisa has that little clover leaf form above her head. That means she just buffed my Dionel, and Dionel is casting his mythic skill. That's the spear you see going straight up into the air, and the burst that comes from this is just, it's insane, especially when these heroes, the enemy heroes, are all stacked on top of each other the way they are, from Aaron and then almost rooting them down. And the damage that comes from this, it's not always enough to kill the enemies, but you'll see that Parisa follows up with one of her own actives pretty much right away after, and you'll see boom, 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 all those hits. Now Parisa does her active, and since that's another active that does multiple hits when enemy heroes are stacked on top of each other, it just bursts the rest of the team down to basically nothing. And the Thorn's the only one left alive because, you know, he resurrects so many times, and there we go. That's the win. So yeah, the first team that I wanted to test against, we definitely did super well against that. I wasn't really expecting to blow it out of the water that badly, but we definitely got a good win there. So the next opponent that I want to try fighting is Toxinus, and she is actually our rank 1 on our server. She has P3 Burial, P3 Dionel, P4 Thorin, and P4 Damien with a P3 Scarlita. So very strong. She's got 90,000 more power than I do. I'm going to keep my Leica over here near the Parisa and Dionel because she's far enough away from Parisa that I won't have to worry about her stealing the buff from Dionel. And that's one of the main important things here, is to get Dionel all his nectar stacks as quickly as you possibly can, because if you don't get them out there, get him those stacks as quick as possible, you run the chance of getting killed by the enemy Dionel or whatever kind of team you're facing. It's all about speed with Dionel, speed and burst. So we get our max nectar stacks here, and you'll see that Dionel has his spear going up, and that's That's gonna annihilate this burial, I'm pretty sure. And keep an eye on him. The enemy dino is gonna flash over, and his HP bar is gonna be hidden by this enlightenment spell artifact symbol on the enemy side here. So it's gonna be hard to see, but he's going to take a lot of damage, and then Parissa's going to follow it up with her own active. And this team's dino is quite a bit stronger, so it takes a couple more of my own dino's normal attacks to get the kill on him. But there we got the kill, and that pretty much seals us the win. Our own dino starts doing his active. The enemy Scarlita is going to come down, and she's going to basically instantly die. There's the red beam going up in the air for her death, and yeah, now it's just the cart that's left over, and that's the win for us. So that's the fight against the rank 1 team. I was definitely happy about the way that went. I wasn't expecting to win, but I thought it might be close, and I'm pretty sure that fight for me is probably going to be like a 50-50 type thing, because there's a lot of times where her dino is probably going to survive by a sliver and maybe get his active off before ours. Here's the same fight in regular speed, or X3 speed. And yeah, I mean, we got the win in about 23 seconds. So, and that's only because there was some burial shadows still out there or whatever. Took a little bit longer for us to focus our damage, but yeah, that's a pretty quick win for a team like that I'm fighting against. And now what I want to do is I want to fight against this same person again. So this is actually my old guild leader. He quit the game, but his team is still so strong that it was sitting in the top 3 for the longest time, until one of the top 2 players decided to rank down and then focus attack him and de-rank him some. So, but now that I can beat him, I'm gonna try to de-rank him as much as I can. And there we go. We got the win really quick again. So this one took 19 seconds to get the win. And yeah, I mean, remember guys, this enemy team has 80,000 more power than me. They're all P3 or higher heroes, and it's 3 celestial heroes. So it's like one of those god comp teams, you know, that people are really putting a lot of resources into, and my team does not have nearly as much put into it. So I mean, it does have a lot into it, but you know, nothing like these P3 P4 teams. It's pretty cool. I don't know, I really like this team. I'd love to see more people try and build it. And look at that burst. I mean, it's just crazy. Scarlita comes down, she just instantly dies. That fight took 14 seconds. And I just kind of wanted to see if maybe these wins that I was having were like a fluke, or maybe it's like a 60-30 win rate. But as badly as I'm beating his team, it seems like it's almost 100% win rate against that team. Now, Toxinus is a bit stronger, so it's nowhere near 100% win rate against her. She probably has a little bit of an edge still on me because she has so much more damage. But yeah, those were the damage reports from the last 2 fights. If you wanted to see those, I forgot to show them. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.